name is Mr. C. I want to teach you about the world and what it really means. This song is about the plants. Plants all around us. Yeah, plants. Here we go. Sing it with me now. Say plants are special. Yes, please remember this. They do a special job that we all love called photosynthesis. Now plants are so special. Yes, please remember this. They do a special job that we all love called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is for the green plants you should know. Absorbing sun's energy, helping them stay strong and grow. Cause photosynthesis, plants taking CO2, the carbon dioxide's in the air, and that's what the plants remove. Hey, photosynthesis, plants use H2O, absorbing the water through the roots and to the chloroplast it goes. Hey,
Photosynthesis is the process of converting light energy to chemical energy and storing it in the bonds of sugar. The process occurs in plants and some algae. Plants need only light and energy CO2 and H2O to make sugar. The process of photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplast, specifically called chlorophyll. The green pigment involved in photosynthesis takes place primarily in plants, leaves, and in little to none occurs in stems, etc. The parts of a typical leaf include the upper and lower epidermis, the mesophyll, the vascular bundles or veins, and the stomates. The upper and lower epithermal cells do not have chloroplast, those for the rest of the leaf. The stomates are holes which occurs primarily in the lower epidermis and for the air exchange. They let CO2 in and O2 out. The vascular bundles or veins in a leaf are part of the plant's transformation system, moving water and nutrients around the plant as needed. The mesophyll cells have chloroplast, and this is where photosynthesis occurs. As you hopefully recall, the parts of a chloroplast include the outer and inner membranes, intermembranes, space as stroma, and thylakoids stacked in grana. The chlorophyll is built in the membrane of the thylakoids. Chlorophyll looks green because it absorbs red and blue light, making these colors unbelievable to see by your own naked eyes. It is the green light which is not absorbed that finally reaches our eyes, making the chlorophyll appear green, like the grass. However, it is the energy from the absorbed red and blue light that is to be able to be used to do photosynthesis. The green light we can see is not to be absorbed by the plant, and thus cannot be used to do photosynthesis.
Oh, I was so exhausted. Okay, hi. I was making some experiments and I investigate that. So how do we know if it's a chemical process? To identify if it's a chemical process, you need to know these 4 characteristics that are changing temperature, changing color, emission of gas, and smell or odor. Now I will explain one of each. The first one was changing temperature. Usually when a reaction takes place, heat will be absorbed or released, which results in a temperature change. The second is changing color. Sometimes we see a color change in the media when reaction takes place. The third one is emission of gas. Sometimes when a reaction took place, can be removed. And the last one, that is smell or odor. When some reaction takes place, the formation of some substances can give us a smell or odor.
Photosynthesis is endothermic because, again, energy needs to be imputed in order for photosynthesis to occur. The energy imputed is then stored in the bonds of the sugar that were formed as a result of photosynthesis.
Bitch, I wanna party like Chris Farley.
Hi! Do you know what does the law of conservation states? States that matter can be changed from one into another. Mixtures can be separated or made, and pure substances can be decomposed, but the total amount of mass remains constant.
The carbon dioxide's in the air, and that's what the plants remove. Hey, photosynthesis. Plants use H2O, absorbing the water through the roots and to the chloroplast it goes. Hey, photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplasts, converting CO2 one sun's energy to make sugar and oxygen at last. Cause plants are so special, yes, please remember this. They do a special job that we all love, called photosynthesis. Now plants are so special, yes, please remember this. They do a special job that we all love, called photosynthesis. Say photosynthesis. Everybody come on, say photosynthesis. One more time, say it with me now, photosynthesis. Louder please, photosynthesis. A plant has a stem, it holds it up above the ground. Nutrients flow through it, it goes up and down. Also plants have leaves, the food factory. Without the leaves.
If you didn't know what chemical reaction is photosynthesis, now you will know. The chemical reaction of photosynthesis is synthesis. It's curious because synthesis is on the word photosynthesis. The meaning of synthesis is an element that are joined together. So if you can see right on here on the board, you would see that elements are joined together. Photosynthesis occurs in two stages. In the first, light-dependent reaction or photosynthetic reactions capture the energy of light and use it to make higher energy molecules. During the second phase, the light-independent reaction uses the high-energy molecules to capture carbon dioxide and make the precursors of carbohydrates. Photosynthesis is the conservation of light energy into chemical energy by living organisms. The raw materials are carbon dioxide and water. The energy source in sunlight at the end products are oxygen and energy-rich carbohydrates, for example, sucrose, glucose, and starch. This process is arguably the most important biochemical pathway, since nearly all life either directly or indirectly depends on it. It is a complex process occurring in higher plants, phytoplankton, algae, as well as bacteria such as cyanobacteria. Photosynthetic organisms are also referred to as photoautographs. A fun fact is that comes from Greek words that means light, and synthesis means putting together.
Okay, now I will tell you two factors that affect photosynthesis, that are light and carbon, and if you want to know another, there is temperature. Carbon dioxide affects photosynthesis because as carbon dioxide concentration increases, the rate of photosynthesis begins to level out due to factors not related to carbon dioxide concentration. And now light. Light can affect it because the rate of photosynthesis increases when light gets brighter.
Number one. You know I used to beat that